Everyone was so surprised when Patrick AMURIAT OBOI called on Bobi Wine to come out of exile. Okay? Because I expected Patrick AMURIAT OBOI, if indeed is opposition, to advance the leadership in the opposition. But they are calling on to Bobi Wine, who's running away from his life. Okay? In fact, Patrick AMURIAT OBOI said these statements.
It's at times like this where somebody really has to be prepared to make, to pay the ultimate price, including losing their lives for their country, that leaders are called upon to provide leadership. And I think that if I found myself in the position of Bobi Wine, I would stop this hide and seek, come out, provide leadership, tell the foot soldiers that it's time to act, time to confront, time for them to take back their country. Because otherwise, how long is this going to take? What happens to our followers? You know, the followers are left leaderless, the followers are left desperate, they are certain.
That is Patrick AMURIAT OBOI. First of all, people should understand that everyone has a style of play. I may not judge Bobi Wine right now. It would be a good idea for him to first run away. Even in a battlefield, sometimes you go on the front line ambushing, sometimes you make a retreat, depending on the circumstance. Maybe according to how Bobi Wine plays, is retreating. Is the reason why every time he comes out to speak, he tells us that he will reappear at the right time. For AMURIAT OBOI to come out and speak like that is as if the opposition is only pegged on Bobi Wine, and that is by the mistake. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the comments which were made by Patrick AMURIAT OBOI, what means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials you can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, for Patrick AMURIAT OBOI to speak like that, maybe he doesn't know the shoes Bobi Wine is wearing. You can all be in the opposition, but you may not know who gets the entire burden. For a person whose family was attacked, and to an extent that his wife ran away into exile, you cannot just call him out to come out and command. And basically, the opposition is not one front. I expected Patrick AMURIAT OBOI to first call out the security officers to go away from Bobi Wine's home. I expected him to advocate for constitution rather than calling a person out. I also think, by the way, there may be a vacuum in the opposition. There are some people who want to create it. Okay? But who knows, maybe Bobi Wine, even under hiding, is giving some leadership. I remember even when Dr. Kizza Besigye was in exile in South Africa, there are some things that were done here in the country because of him directing. Someone going into hiding doesn't mean that he's not offering leadership. Do you know what Bobi Wine is thinking or is doing? Yesterday, 2 days back, he addressed the Geneva summit. That's also leadership. In fact, it is even poking holes in the intelligence of the country, not knowing where Bobi Wine is. In fact, they are having sleepless nights because anything can happen. And it was also a wrong timing for Patrick AMURIAT OBOI to come out and speak about Bobi Wine's hiding when even member, a chief whip responsible, ran away to the NRMS. I expected him to address that issue emphatically. So for me, I think it is a wrong gesture for Patrick AMURIAT OBOI to come out and call Bobi Wine out of hiding. Bobi Wine has always told us that he will appear at the right time. And as a commander, he best knows the strategy of the army. It is the truth. Okay? So, I understand that especially those us who are seeking for change, okay, we may miss Bobi Wine on the front line, but it may be one of the good ideas for him to retreat. You never know, because he knows the map and the platform of the struggle. Since he's the leader, it is the truth. Secondly, Ugandans should also understand that we must avoid sacrificing our leaders like the way it was for Besigye. Besigye is in prison because Ugandans never understood Dr. Kizza Besigye. And if Bobi Wine does not play well, even you can't be because you may not bank on Ugandans who have not understood what they are supposed to do. It is the truth. Okay? So Patrick AMURIAT OBOI, instead of speaking rhetoric, since he says he's in the opposition and there is a vacuum, that vacuum must be occupied by AMURIAT OBOI. He leads a political party. It is the truth. He must come out and lead if there is no leader. Bobi Wine, when the a vacuum was there, he came out to fill the vacuum, and he filled it very well. Okay? For Patrick AMURIAT OBOI coming out to say that he must come out of hiding, first of all, he proves that there is no vacuum to fill because Bobi Wine is still leading, even under hiding. Of course, it's my opinion, yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.